it's Tate and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. So today I am really excited because I am going to be sewing my very first piece of clothing ever. This is by no means a tutorial. I am actually going to be following along one of my favorite YouTubers, Lauren Johnson's tutorial. She put a video up a couple weeks ago on how to sew your own wrap skirt. So that is what I'm going to be trying to make today, just following along her instructions on how to make your own pattern and then cutting out the fabric and hopefully successfully sewing a wrap skirt. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be using. It is this red fabric with these little white flowers. I'll do a close-up so you guys can see better what it looks like. It is cotton because I've read that cotton is an easier fabric to work with if you are a beginner. So this is what we went with. I don't really know how this is going to look as a wrap skirt. I know a lot of the wrap skirts I've seen, and also even the fabric that Lauren Johnson used, they were a lot more flowy, like a rayon fabric. I figured we'll just try it and see how it goes and hopefully it turns out. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. My thought for this is to tuck in like a black kind of fitted shirt and wear it with little white sneakers. So we will see how this turns out and let's get to sewing. So before I get started, I just wanted to say I am going to link the tutorial that I'm following down in the description box below if you guys want to check that out. And what I actually did before I started filming this was she told you how to take your measurements for the pattern that you're going to make. So I've already done that already. Like I said, she explains how to do it in the tutorial. So I have all of my measurements down, and the next thing that I need to do is actually make the pattern. So she suggested using like tissue paper, and I actually have quite a bit of that on hand, so I'm going to go grab some and then we will make our own little pattern for me to cut out of my fabric. I also did pre-wash my fabric. I believe you're supposed to do that, just as a little side note. So I'm gonna go grab the tissue paper and let's start making the pattern. So after a little bit of trial and error and mini crisis because I used a permanent marker when I was tracing these and it got all over our table, so I had to clean it up. I have the front piece pattern part cut out and the second piece, this is just half of the back. So I'll fold a piece of fabric in half and then cut around the pattern here. I just didn't have enough tissue paper, so I did this. Hopefully the swoops line up, we'll see. But now we're going to get ready to start cutting the fabric, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I am excited. So the next thing that I'm going to do, because I have all the pieces cut out, is I have to pin it together and start sewing, which I'm really excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous. But yeah, I'm going to pin the two front pieces and the back piece together and then sew along the sides. So it is the next day, and as you guys saw, the last thing that I did was iron out the seams in the middle toward the inside of the skirt. So I'll show you guys kind of what they look like. They're definitely not perfect, but I'm happy with it so far. So this is what I ended up doing. Like I said, I didn't have a serger, but I read that you could do a straight stitch and then do like the zigzag, I cannot say that, stitch. So that's what I ended up doing. And now we're going to go on to the next part. Okay, so the next thing that I am supposed to do is hem the skirt, which I have never done before. But she says that she serged the edges first before then turning under the hem, ironing it, and then sewing it. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm feeling it might take me a little bit of time because I've never done that before. But we're gonna give it a go and try. I'm not entirely sure if I'm supposed to do the top. I don't think so. I might just in case. Yeah, let's get started. So I got these ironed down. I will have to say an iron is like essential when you are trying to sew. And now I am just going to stitch these across and hope for the best. So the next thing in the tutorial is to do something with the ties. So I'm starting with the short tie first, and then I will work on the long tie, which becomes the waistband and the tie as well. So I'm gonna have to watch this a couple times because I just like to like quadruple check myself to make sure I'm doing it correctly. But here's what this looks like so far. It looks so much better with the edges. They're definitely not perfect. And like I said, I don't really know if I'm gonna really like this fabric as a skirt, but hey, you never know. It is getting there though. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do after I turn all this inside out is now I'm supposed to flip this under, iron it, and then iron the whole thing down, press it down so it's all flat to put the skirt in. Across the hillside, I'll soon be home by the fireside. Ooh, I see. So the skirt is finished. It took me about probably 4 hours to make. I am a beginner, keep that in mind. Could probably go a lot quicker for someone who knew what they were doing, but overall I am really pleased with it. Here is the final product over here, what it looks like. I am really happy with it. The fit is not perfect. I think most of that was my fault because my cutting skills are a bit subpar on staying straight, so I think I might have cut off a little bit more than what I was supposed to, and also with my seam allowances and everything, I feel like I probably wasn't exactly perfect, but overall, really pleased with it. I would definitely pick another fabric. I don't really like how this one is very stiff, so I would probably try a rayon, which is what actually Lauren suggested using. That's what she used. But I really like the style of it. It was fairly simple for a beginner, and I am definitely a beginner. I had to look up actually a couple of phrases and see what they mean, find the definition of those words. But for a beginner, I think it is definitely easy to follow, and I was super happy to be able to actually sew my own piece of clothing. So I would definitely highly recommend her tutorials, especially for beginners, of some of the recent ones that she has done. But yeah, overall, extremely pleased with it. I would definitely try making it again, and I kind of want to make this in a rayon. I wish this fabric would have been, because I just love this fabric. But let me know what you guys think of the skirt down below. If you guys have also been trying anything new, followed any sewing tutorials recently. I've really been trying to follow quite a few sewing channels on YouTube just to kind of familiarize myself with the sewing world. But I would definitely suggest checking out Lauren's channel as well. She has several other tutorials, which I would love to try someday, but I think before I make anything else, I'll probably try making one of these again, like I said, with a different fabric. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of kind of like sewing along with me as I was figuring all of these things out. But that being said, I think I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoy thrifting and lifestyle content, I would love it if you would subscribe and follow me along. And if you want to join me on Instagram, I'm taking a break right now, but I am over on Instagram at Tate and Thrifting. I would love it if you'd follow me over there as well. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up because it really supports my channel. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys next time.